Counting down to first pitch this afternoon in St. Louis. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. This afternoon, we come to you from the gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri, and the newly opened Busch Stadium, the site for this edition of Major League Baseball presented by The Show. It's Getaway Day, the finale of this three-game series, as it'll be the Florida Marlins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian here with you as we get set for what promises to be an entertaining ball game. Dave Campbell and Rex Hudler are by my side, and Dave, we turn to you. What's the one thing we can watch for in this one?
Well, one guy that's always going to scare you in this lineup is Troy Glaus. I mean, at 6'5" and 245 pounds, he's an intimidating guy just to look at. But when he puts his weight behind his swing, watch out. He can be an all or nothing at times, but when he connects, it usually goes a long way.
All right, Dave, Hudd will join us shortly, but let's get to our majestic starting lineup as the visiting Florida Marlins will line up like this.
And simply put, this guy Hanley Ramirez is one of the best in the game. You talk about the full package offensively, this guy's it.
They'll go to work against a guy that's won more games in 2008 than in his previous 5 big league seasons combined, right-hander Todd Wellemeyer. Here's a look now at the defensive alignment they'll have to contend with. And standing in is Hanley Ramirez as we are ready to get this one going. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1, and we're underway in St. Louis.
Come on, guys.
First pitch, 115.
And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. 65 degrees our temperature here at first pitch. Good opposite field power here as this fastball is taken high and deep to right. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. Alfredo Amezaga will be the batter. And a called strike on the corner. He didn't like that call. I don't blame him.
Ooh, and Mike Marquez is already showing he's going to be calling that low strike.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. The pitch. Swing and a high chopper. Barehanded. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. So now with 2 gone, we'll see Manny hit with the bases empty. Outside with that slurve of his, 1 ball, no strikes.
And this guy's had a great month power-wise so far with 7 dingers in the month alone.
Sliced down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
And he's just 1 for 8 at the plate here in the series, so he needs to turn things around.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And Green will make the catch, and the side is retired. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. And the starting lineup for the Cardinals will look like this.
And this guy right here sets the tempo for this lineup. Keep him off base and you should be in good shape.
And getting his final warm-up tosses in, a guy that's won double-digit ball games in 7 of his first 8 seasons, the All-Star right-hander Ben Sheets. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Brian Barton will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Swing and a ball hit high, but not very far out toward right center. Hermida is there to make the catch, and it's a 1-pitch out to start the home first. Skip Schumacher will get his first shot at it here. Swing and a ball pretty well hit out towards left center. Right there is Manny. And that's out number 2. And with 2 gone now, they'll get to work on Albert with the bases empty. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And this is not a guy that'll get himself out. You're going to have to come to him at some point.
Fastball swung on and hit on the ground at third. Gobbled up there by Amezaga. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. It's on to inning number 2 now in St. Louis with no score. Dan Uggla leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Dan Uggla.
And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. The leadoff man retired now for Jorge Cantu. And a ball, 1-0. Hit hard towards the hole. And the Marlins are into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
And location's going to be important for him as this one goes along. And you can see he left that one right in the heart of the strike zone, and he lines it to right for a base hit.
Jeremy Hermida will stand in. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Yeah, and when you get strike 1 on the corner, you can expand that strike zone right away.
He waits, now the pitch. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
Now that you've seen what that strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to adjust.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Yeah, reaching back for a little extra there. He doesn't have to worry about needing a double play now. He just reared back and fired that one by him.
Jason Kendall will take his cuts now.
Jason Kendall.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Pitching coach will love that location.
Swing and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Pujols will put this one away and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Ryan Ludwig will start things off in the bottom of the second. Ball 1.
Not a bad spot to miss. You'd love to get him to reach for something.
Swing and a ball headed towards the hole. A toss to the pitcher Sheets, and he gets there to record the putout. So with 1 away, that'll bring in Troy Gloss. And the breaking ball by Sheets gets him ahead there, 0-1.
And he's got that thing moving pretty good here in the first few innings.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball 1-2.
Pretty well-placed fastball there on 0-2. That's a good take.
Now the pitch. Lays off 2-2 now.
And he knew on that 0-2 count he didn't have to throw him a strike, at least not right away. But on 2-2 now, I think he's going to have to come in with one.
Fastball, and that ran in on him as he had to limbo out of the way that time.
Oh, and those hands and wrists are delicate things. Guys don't like hard fastballs in there.
Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. Khalil Green will get his first opportunity now. And here's the first pitch. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
Man, he is locked in on the mound.
Swing and a ball chopped foul to the left side. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. So no problem there for Ben Sheets. Still nothing. Cameron Maben is ready to go here as we begin the 3rd. Slurve in there, strike 1.
And you get the sense that both of these teams are just sort of feeling out the opposition here the first time through.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Yeah, you better hold up on that.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Good action on that two-seam fastball. That started off the plate and moved all the way over.
And the pitch. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Ben Sheets will stand in for the first time here. And a fairly generous strike call there on a pitch that looked off the plate. It's strike 1.
And he's probably saying, hey, I want that call too.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
And he's probably saying, you're not going to call that one a strike also, are you?
Changeup. Good pitch there. 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and yes, he went around. It's strike 3.
First time through the lineup, and he's looked awfully strong. Just one hit against him so far. He's got his A game working here.
Hanley Ramirez will try it again. He flew out his first time. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Now the pitch. And he misses there. 1-2. And that's taken outside for a ball, so he's worked it back to 2-2 now. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4. Alfredo Amezaga will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch fastball runs a bit too high. It's ball one.
And now here's where you really need to make that 2-out walk pay off.
And he'll throw over to first. Almost caught him leaning that time. And this is just off the outside corner, ball two.
And in a scoreless game, let's see if they try to use the stolen base to get some offense going.
Swing shot back up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw to third. And they won't get him at third. They're runners at the corners here with two gone. Manny Ramirez will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Changeup too low, and it's 1-0.
And this is certainly a key at bat here in the early going.
In there, and it's even at 1.
And this pitching staff's done a pretty good job with him in the series.
Sign from LaRue, now the 1-1. Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And as my old colleague likes to say, deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
And with 2 outs here, the runner on first should be going with a pitch.
Couldn't connect on the slurve that time, and that'll end it. Marlins strand a pair. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jason LaRue makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And he lays off there, 1-0. Here it comes. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
And let's see if he makes him throw a strike here.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
If you can keep planting that pitch there, you'll be in good shape.
Took something off there, but this is hit well anyway, out to deep center. Maben has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Rico Washington will be the batter. Outside with the fastball, it's 1-0.
Got to look to try and slap that thing the other way.
Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. Now the 1-0 pitch. And, looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Man!
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, good crossfire action on the fastball there.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. The 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Todd Wellemeyer will take his first cuts of the ball game here. Low for ball 1.
Yeah, tough to elevate on a fastball down there. That's a good spot to miss.
Now here's the pitch. Fastball swung out and hit on the ground to third. Look at the stop. Throw got him. What a play as the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. On now to the top of inning number 4. And we are tied 0-0. Dan Ugla will stand in. He grounded out his first time.
Dan Ugla.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Tough guy to face here to start this inning.
Strike 2.
And one thing you can say about him on the mound, he certainly has been the aggressor in this at-bat, coming right after him.
Pitch on the way. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. That misses. 1-2. Swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Jorge Cantu will dig in. He singled his first time around. And that misses for ball 1.
And you can tell he wanted to go after that one, but he wisely hangs back.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
I'm surprised he didn't take a whack at that one.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Maybe could have appealed that one. I don't know.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Can't find the zone there, and it's 3-1. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
Might be his best pitch to hit in the whole at-bat.
Now a hard liner toward short. And a leaping try there, but he comes up a bit short as this is into left center, a base hit.
And the book on this guy is to get the ball up into the outer part of the plate, but I think he knows where this pitch is heading, and he puts a good swing on it.
Jeremy Hermida will try it again, set down on strikes his first time. Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
And if you're wondering, that's 52 pitches now through 3 1/3.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0. And that one's wide to the mark, ball 3.
And now on 3-0, we'll see if Freddie lets him swing away here.
Just let him throw the strike, man.
And they'll just make him throw one over here, 3-1.
And he's saying, throw me another one of those.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away. So first and second with one man gone, and the dependable Jason Kendall stands in. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And after 3 fairly painless innings, he's had to throw a lot of pitches here in the 4th.
Comes set, now the pitch. Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
And this guy's 0 for 6 in the series thus far, so he's got to be about due to come through.
Holds off on the slurve that time, and it's 1-2.
Looking awfully erratic out there right now.
Yow-wee!
Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. He's got it. Khalil. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. And this is something you don't want to see. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast that he was going to try to play through the hamstring injury, but it certainly looks from up here that he's re-aggravated it somehow. Chris Duncan will be summoned into the game to take over at first following the injury. So 2 men are gone here in the Florida 4th, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Cameron Maben. In there, strike 1.
And now if you can get this guy here, you'll be in a position where you'll have the pitcher leading off in the top of the 5th.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. He's set, now the pitch. Swing and a bullet to the right side. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. And the run will score from third to make this a 1-0 game. Ben Sheets steps in now. A fastball here, too low. It's 1-0.
And he's already given up 2 walks in the inning, and he's fallen behind here as well.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Hitting his spots with a fastball now. Got him to swing right through it.
Now he swings and hits this ball on the ground. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Marlins lead it 1-0. Brian Barton will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. In there, and it's 0-1.
And let's see if he can get a little something going in a 1-0 game.
Now a fastball that's popped up out towards short right field. Ugla backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. 1-man gun for the Cardinals in the 4th, and standing in the left-handed hitting Skip Schumacher. And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1.
And you can tell he's really in his zone out there now.
And a ball outside apparently, 1-1.
Boy, I think that umpire just flat missed this one. This should be strike 2.
Now the 1-1. And that misses, 2-1.
And if they try and come back in with another fastball, I wouldn't be surprised if he's waiting on that baby.
On a swing, and he popped him up off to the left in foul territory. Amezaga is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
So 2 are gone in the inning now for Chris Duncan. Boy, still some zip to the fastball from Sheets as he gets ahead, no balls and a strike.
I need to be a little more aggressive up there.
Called strike, 0-2.
And from what I've seen so far, these guys are going to have a lot of trouble scoring this afternoon.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They still trail 1-0. Hanley Ramirez will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And let's see if he can maybe get a little offense going. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Ready with the 2-1. Now a ball right back to the mound. And that finds its way through. A leadoff single for Ramirez. Alfredo Amezaga will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. In there, 0-1.
Third time through the lineup for these guys now, and they haven't done a whole lot to this point.
On at first is Ramirez with nobody out. And there's the slurve, but it misses 1-1.
And with runs proving to be hard to come by, we'll see if they want to set that runner in motion here.
Runners off for second. Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. He's ready. Now the pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Now a swing and a ball pulled softly out toward right. And that'll get down for a base hit. The relay. And he is in there ahead of the throw. So first and third now to kick off the inning. Manny Ramirez will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Lays off 1-0.
Gotta at least be thinking sac fly here if you're at the plate.
The 1-0 to Ramirez. 2-0.
And he's been coming at these guys all day. Not quite sure why he's nibbling now.
Shut him down right here.
And it looks like they don't want to give in to Manny here. It's 3-0.
And you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. If you go ahead and walk him, you're loading the bases for your cleanup hitter.
Toss one in there. Let's go.
Dan Uggla is on deck. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. There's one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score. Dan Uggla will be the batter.
Second baseman, Dan Uggla.
Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
And he looks like a yoga instructor getting out of the way of that one.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Yeah, had to jackknife out of the way of that one.
Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
Yeah, easy there on the swing. That's too high to go after. And ball 4 as Uggla is aboard. Now time for a visit from the pitching coach. And everyone in the ballpark knows he's going to tell him, "Quit walking, guys! Let's go!"
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in the dangerous first baseman, Jorge Cantu. And, not quite sure what was wrong with that one, but it's 1-0.
It looked to me like it could have gone either way, and that certainly gives the hitter a leg up in the rest of this at-bat.
1-0 pitch now. Now a ball hit sharply down the line at third. Base hit.
And this is how he's been able to handle things all afternoon. It's been bend but don't break. Now he's going to have his work cut out for him, though.
Jeremy Hermida will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1.
And it's imperative that you get a good jump out there at second right now, and first for that matter.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Swing and a line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner is in from second. So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And stepping in is the catcher, Jason Kendall. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. From the belt, the pitch. And Kendall swings and misses that time as he falls behind 0-2.
And he'd love to limit the damage to just 2 runs if he can.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Shooting for the outside corner, but he missed it 1-2.
And he's starting to get up there in pitches now, worth keeping an eye on.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. And the slurve can't find the zone, and it's 2-2.
And he's definitely showing some signs of fatigue now.
Ball hit on the ground for Khalil at short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Marlins lead this one 3-0. Ryan Ludwig will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. Now the 0-1 is swung on and bounced to the shortstop, Ramirez. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Just really struggling to get anything going offensively right now. Even balls that are hit somewhat sharply are right at guys, and there's another example there.
Troy Glaus will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. Now the first pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
And he's done everything right on the mound so far. The mistakes have been almost non-existent.
Curveball grounded towards second. There to take it is Ugla. Throw to first gets him, and Sheets is looking good here. 2 gone. Khalil Green will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. And he lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0.
And I'll tell you, when he's missed, he's barely missed. Everything's been around the strike zone.
The next pitch. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
And he is just in complete control out there.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
And he's close to hanging another 0 here.
Now a ball lined back over second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. Jason LaRue will try it again. He flew out his first time. And that misses, ball 1.
All right, and now that no-hitter's gone, he's got to come back down to earth and go back to work here.
Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Now a ball grounded foul down the line near first. Lead by Khalil. Now the pitch. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Yeah, almost into the inning right there.
Throw over to first, and it'll dive back in safely. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. Another 2-2 offering. Slowly hit to the left side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 5 shutout innings for him thus far. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Marlins on top, 3-0. And before the Marlins take their turn here in the 6th inning, let's take a moment to check their in-game box score through 5 innings. It's presented by Upper Deck. New pitcher set to take over now, and it's the right-hander Kyle McClellan that gets the ball here. Cameron Maben will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And these guys have been very patient with that slider away. They have not chased very often.
Put him down on strikes.
Now it's 2-0.
He was summoned out of the bullpen fairly quickly here. It looks to me like he may not be fully warmed up yet.
On the ground down the first base line. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Ben Sheets will step in, a ground out victim as last time.
Ben Sheets.
In there, no balls and a strike.
And sometimes when you haven't seen a guy, you might want to take a pitch to gauge him. But he let a pretty good one go by there.
And here's a fastball that looked pretty good, but it's 1-1.
Just let him swing and miss.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
And he's given them 3 straight fastballs, but it could very well be the curveball they call on here.
And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Hanley Ramirez will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Let's get the cake.
Lays off the slider. Don't know quite where that missed, but it's 1-0.
He's got to be careful not to overstride into a pitch on his hands like that.
2 out, nobody on. The 1-0 pitch. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike, 2-1.
And this guy's just 2 for 11 in the series thus far, so he has not been all that productive of late.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
And is this dude a statue up there? That's why you bring the lumber, amigo.
Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Schumacher is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The Marlins lead it 3-0. Another look here at our in-game box score, and this one looks a bit bleaker than the last one. Just 1 hit so far, as they just haven't been able to get anything started offensively. Rico Washington will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th.
Washington.
First pitch coming. Runs up to bunt here, but this is going to kick just foul down the line. Swinging a ground ball towards the middle, and Ugla won't be able to flag that one down. It's into center, a base hit. Adam Kennedy will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 7, Adam Kennedy.
And a ball, 1-0.
And all this good work on the mound so far can be undone with one bad inning. So focus needs to be sharp right here.
Kennedy awaits the 1-0. Ball 2 now.
A little shaky here to begin this inning. We haven't seen him in too many pressure situations thus far.
Nobody out, runner on first. Ball 3 as he misses low with it here.
And with nobody out, I doubt he'll have the green light 3-0.
Taking all the way, it's 3-1 now.
Doing the smart thing, taking all the way.
Hard hit to third. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit. Brian Barton will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. None out, runners at first and second. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
And now the Cardinals are looking for that one key hit to maybe change their fortunes.
Next pitch for Sheets will be number 62 in the ballgame. 2-1.
And one pitch can undo all the good work he's done earlier in the ballgame, so be careful here.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball here is swung on and lifted in the air to left. Manny is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out.
Well, Manny, as you well know, can sometimes turn things into an adventure on fly balls out there, but he makes a nice running catch that time.
Skip Schumacher will stand in. He popped out in his last time. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Oh, and he's got a legitimate gripe there. I don't know about that one.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
And this part of the order needs to really step things up.
Runners are at first and second with one away. Good waist pitch, 1-2. He set, now the pitch. Inside for a ball, so he misses with 2 straight here, and it's back to 2-2. Now a ball hit hard towards center. That's in there, base hit. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to narrow the gap to 3-1 now.
And these guys have had the bats taken out of their hands all afternoon long, but finally a ray of hope as they get on the board for the first time following the RBI single.
Chris Duncan will stride in again. He struck out swinging his first time. First offering on the way. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1.
And there's about 40,000 umpires in the house that think otherwise.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And now that the shutout's gone, if he's not careful, his win could go out the window with it.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called.
Okay, now with 2 strikes, you can put aside the thought of the double play ball and really go after the strikeout.
Comes set, now the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out. Ryan Ludwig will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Ball 1. Now the 1-0 pitch. And this is hit on the ground down the line to third. Foul. And this is swung on and bounced out to Ugla at second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 7th inning coming up. Florida's out in front, 3-1. Jason Mott is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 60.
Alfredo Amezaga will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Alfredo Amezaga.
And this is off the corner and low, ball 1.
97 right out of the bullpen.
One 1-0 pitch now. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
He's got to get the bat off his shoulders on pitches right there.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. So 1 away here in the inning for Manny Ramirez. Here's the first offering. At the knees, strike 1.
And he's just 1 for 11 in the series, so he needs that bat to heat up a bit.
Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. But the shortstop won't have far to go to haul this one in, and there are 2 away. Dan Ugla will dig in. He walked and later scored last time. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
And this has been a great inning out of the pen. Let's see if he can finish it strong.
And that misses 1-1. One and 2.
And his bat has been non-existent in the series so far, 0 for 10.
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Here's the pitch. And that misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Yeah, and when you miss wild like that, it certainly does not help you set up your next pitch.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Well, he's determined to get him to chase that slider sooner or later.
And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. The Marlins on top, 3-1. Troy Glaus will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
And when you're struggling to score runs, you really need the heart of your order to get something started.
And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
And I've been pretty surprised at their inability to score so far. This is normally a potent offensive team.
Fouled back. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. The 2-2 now to Glaus. Now a swing and a ball grounded foul down near third. And a bouncing ball, foul. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full, 3-2.
Oh, and these two guys are locked in a battle now. Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. And a dive by Ugla, but it's by him for a base hit. So a runner at first now with nobody out. And here's the shortstop, Khalil Green. First pitch to him. And he lays off there, 1-0.
And when you're trailing 3-1 late, it's important to really concentrate in every at-bat.
Let's go, Kyle! Come on!
And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
And even though he's spinning a gem, he's still going to need to avoid that home run ball, so location is still going to be important.
A ground ball to third, and they could get two. To Ugla for one. On to Cantu, and it's a double play. Jason LaRue will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Up with it is Ugla. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. The Marlins lead this one 3-1. Jorge Cantu will dig in. He singled his last time around. Line to left. And there's a base hit, so a chance to add a little insurance here as the leadoff man is on to start the 8th. Jeremy Hermida will dig in again. He singled home a run his last time. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Yeah, you're always looking to keep guys honest with fastballs on the inside part of the plate.
Pause, now the pitch. And that's too high, ball 2.
And the adrenaline might be flowing a little too strongly right now.
Go, guys.
Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
And he was able to get through the 7th okay, but now he's in some trouble here in the 8th. We'll see how much longer they let him go.
And Tony La Russa is going to have a conference at home plate here. It looks like he's calling for a double switch. Mitchell Boggs will come in and pitch now.
For the Cardinals, number 68, Mitchell.
Jason Kendall will stride in, grounded out his last time through. And he takes ball 1.
And you can bet that his manager will be studying him on the mound to see how he handles himself here.
In for a strike, it's 1-1.
And he is really under the gun now.
First and second here with nobody out. And a double steal try here. Hit on the ground to shortstop, and that's through, a base hit. And the run will score from second base as they open it up now 4-1.
Well, they summon the righty out of the bullpen to get a favorable matchup, but this time it backfires on him.
Cameron Maben will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first offering. And that's in there for strike 1.
And that's a power fastball right there at 94. He really slings it in there.
And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. None out, runners at first and second. Now Ball lined softly down the right field line, but foul. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And this is low, but Molina's able to prevent it from getting away. Hit hard towards second, and that's through for a base hit. Ben Sheets will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Grounded back to the box. This could be 2. They get the force at the plate. On to first to complete the double play. Hanley Ramirez will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And there's the 4th wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone. Alfredo Amezaga will stand in. A couple of singles in 4 trips this afternoon. And that misses low and away, ball 1.
And these guys better hope his location clears itself up pretty soon.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
He's really digging his own grave now. He's got to come in here, but he just can't lay it in there.
Hold strike on the change, 2-1.
And he's saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a fastball for a strike, and from 2-0, it's back to 2-2.
And this could be the knockout punch if he can do some damage here.
Down the line, but this will kick foul. Swinging a hard-hit ball back up the middle. Dive, but it's off his glove, and that ought to get at least 1 run in. A run is in.
3rd hit of the ball game for him. All of them singles, and he's certainly been a tough out to this point.
Manny Ramirez will have a shot to really put this one out of reach now with the bases loaded. Lays off 1-0.
And I'll tell you, these guys will be real happy on the plane later tonight.
And this is on the outside corner, or thereabouts at least. It's 1-1.
Ooh, and he needed that one.
Now a fastball that stays straight, but I think he just missed it as this is hit in the air to fairly deep center field. Martin is there, and he puts it away as they're able to escape with only limited damage on the scoreboard. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Florida's out in front, 5-1. Rico Washington will lead things off here in the bottom half of inning number 8. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball, 1-0.
And you'd love these 8 and 9 guys to get something going here before the lineup turns over.
Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
And I can guarantee these guys would love to get a little spark here from the bottom of the order.
And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0.
3-0 to this guy? He couldn't hit water if he was standing on a dock. Let's go.
In there, 3-1.
And he's just waiting until he gets a strike. Not a bad decision to start an inning.
Now a swing and a ground ball for Ramirez at short. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Yadier Molina stepped in now, hoping to extend his hitting streak to 8 games here. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. There to take it is Ramirez. Throw on to first will be in time to get Molina, and that's out number 2.
And this has been an important start for these guys because late in the season, it's always a plus to give your bullpen a break whenever you can.
Brian Barton will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Now the first pitch. Swing, hot shot to the left side. And that's a base hit. And now this will rattle up against the fence. The relay. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Skip Schumacher will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. And, oh, you got to call that. That's right on the corner, but it's 1-0.
Ah, come on already.
Swing and a grounder fouled, and that almost took the first base coach along with it. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Boy, and when you're trailing in the 8th inning, I think you need to let that one hit you.
Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
Sign of a smart hitter right there.
Hit hard, but just fouled, and that was just about extra bases. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. Lined up the middle. And that's in there, base hit. And the run will score from second here to make this a 5-2 ball game.
Well, you see it right there. pitch is starting to stack up like firewood. Gotta figure he's about out of gas here.
Chris Duncan will stand in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Ball 1.
And let's see if this offense can keep rolling. This qualifies as one of their first sustained rallies all afternoon.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
And right now he's having a hard time making the ball go where he wants it to go.
2 out with the man at first. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
And he's certainly not showing him a whole lot of respect here. Back-to-back challenges right up in the zone.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now.
And he's starting to get those calls now on the mound.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We've played 8 full. The Marlins on top, 5-2. Dan Ugla will try again. 0 for 3 with a strikeout thus far. Ninth inning underway as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Still no home runs in the ball game on either side of the scorecard.
And he takes a cold strike 1.
And this has been a series to forget for him at the plate so far. 0 for 11 as it stands now.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box.
That ball's foul.
Swinging a shot back up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the 9th.
And now a good chance for these guys to really bust this one open here in the 9th. The leadoff guy does his job, and with a 3-run lead, any extra runs would be gravy at this point.
Jorge Cantu will step in looking to remain perfect. He's already 4 for 4. And a fastball, very easy to lay off that one. It's ball 1.
All right, guys, let's do it. Come on.
Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
Not a bad idea to work him up and in here with that hard stuff.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
Keep that runner on second base.
And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Here he comes again, 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Swinging a hard hit ball down the line. Khalil on to first, and it's a well-turned 3-6-1 double play, and quickly there are 2 gone. Jeremy Hermida is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
And this has been a well-played ball game. No errors on either side.
Good curveball that time in the low 80s, 0-2.
Oh, and they got him all confused now.
And this is on the ground toward the hole. Right there is Blouse. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Marlins lead this one 5-2. Coming in now in the 9th to try and finish this one out, the hard-throwing Francisco Rodriguez.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Marlins, number 75.
Ryan Ludwig will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Fastball here too low, and it's 1-0.
And here in the 9th, it's going to take all hands on deck if these guys want to make a game of it.
Here's the 1-0. And this time the fastball's by him, and that'll even things out at 1-1.
And now you just got to worry about getting on base. That tying run still in the hole.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
And they're very wisely keeping everything down here.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Mabin is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1. Troy Glaus will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Ben Sheets in line for the victory, barring any late turn of events. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-0 pitch. And, that looked on the outside corner to me, but I'm only a broadcaster. It's 2-0.
Boy, that looked pretty good. You hate to give this guy extra strikes to work with.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it, 2-1.
Trying to get a little frisky there on a 2-0 count. It should be 3-0.
Now a swing and an easy fly ball back toward right center. And Hermida will put this one away for out number 2.
1 out away from wrapping this one up now. I think this one's all over but the shouting.
Khalil Green stand in as their last chance now. And a called strike on the corner. He didn't like that call. I don't blame him.
Looking to wrap this one up, lock, stock, and barrel.
And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
And when you're up by 3, the last thing you want to do is hit a guy and maybe get a rally started.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now the 1-1 pitch. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
And that strike zone's starting to expand a bit here in the late going.
Go, Greeny.
And this is a strike 3 called, and a bit of a questionable ending there as the ball game is over.
And a good fastball there on the final pitch from Rodriguez as he's able to put the finishing touches here on the victory.
We were witness to a strong pitching performance here from Ben Sheets, good enough to make him our upper deck player of the game.
Well, Matt, he turned it over to the bullpen in the ninth, but still 8 strong innings for him, and he was hitting his spots throughout.
So that'll bring us to our conclusion here this afternoon. For Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian thanking you for joining us here today. This has been a presentation of MLB09 The Show. For more, log on to MLB09.com. The Marlins win it 5-2. We'll leave you with some of the highlights from earlier on as we say so long from St. Louis.